Welcome to the Wardrobe of Woe. In today's video, we will be boiling down the basics of the Sylvaneth Battleline options and determining which trees are the right trees. First off are your Dryads. They have a stat line of 7 movement, 6 bravery, 1 wound, and a 5-up save. Their melee profile is okay at 2 attacks each, 3 for the leader. At 2 range, hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, no rend, and 1 damage. Some of their unique abilities are a +1 save if they're in big blobs, a -1 to hit if the entire unit is wholly within 6 inches of a wildwood, and in the combat phase, before the combat actually starts, you can select one enemy model within 3 inches to get a +1 to hit for that unit. Their battlefield roles, or what I like to use them for, is to tar pit enemies and to hold ground / objectives. They work best in blobs of 20 to 30, and I would always have them within 6 inches of the wildwoods because that is what really gives them their durability to tar pit and to hold ground. Now my personal favorite battle line unit is the 2 spooky for me trees known as the Spite Revenants. They have a movement of 5 inches, so slightly slower than a Dryad, 6 bravery, 1 wound, and a 5-up save. Their melee profile is better. They have 3 attacks each, 4 for the leader, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, with no rend, 1 damage each. They work best if they are near their matriarch Drycha, because they get the rerolling wound rolls of 1 if they're wholly within 16 of her. Additionally, they give enemy units -1 bravery, and the enemy must reroll successful battle shock if they're within combat range of the Spite Revenants. Spite Revenants have an interesting role in that they are very glass cannon. They can clear enemy light infantry, but they don't last very long. Personally, I take Spite Revenants in squads of 5 to 10, preferably in 5-man squads, and keep them near Drycha. Lastly, we have Tree Revenants, the tricky trees. Their stat line is a 5-inch move, 6 bravery, 1 wound, and a 5-up save. Their melee profile is somewhere in between the Dryads and the Spite Revenants, and there's actually a mistake on this slide. They have 2 attacks each, and then a 4-up to hit, and a 3 to wound. No rend, 1 damage. The leader gets an option between Enchanted Blades or Protector Glaive. The only difference is the Enchanted Blade gets more attacks as well as a rend, whereas the Protector Glaive gets the same amount of attacks, but they hit harder. Now what you're really taking these guys for is their unique ability with the Way Pipes, where they can teleport anywhere on the battlefield outside of 9 inches of an enemy model. This is huge. It lets you be very flexible in your movements, and it forces your enemy to keep it in the back of their mind that you have a deep strike threat pretty much all the time. Additionally, their banner lets them pile in 6 inches instead of 3, so they have a little bit more of a flexible threat range. And also, they can reroll 1 of any failed roll per phase, thanks to their martial memory ability. Their battlefield roles are to teleport into the enemy backline, threaten undefended objectives, and generally just be a nuisance and give you tools to be flexible and tricky. I personally don't value the trees or the tree revenants for taking enemy units out. They're mostly for threat as well as a wild card unit. So I take them in squads of 5. So that is all of the Sylvaneth Battleline. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or dislike. And if you have any comments or suggestions for units, factions, or concepts related to Age of Sigmar that you'd like me to cover in a future video, please comment below.